Hello, third grade parents and families. I'm Kathy Kohansky, the Assistant Superintendent of Learning Services here in Walled Lake. Today, I'm joined by teacher Sarah Bruckman and Early Literacy Specialist Lori Berg. Today, we wanted to discuss Michigan's third grade reading law and how it applies to third graders for the 2019-2020 school year. To start, I'd like to explain a little bit about what this law is all about. So in 2015, Michigan was ranked 41st in the nation for our fourth grade reading achievement. And this led Michigan lawmakers to pass Public Act 306 in October of 2016. The goal of the law was to boost reading achievement by paying close attention to early reading and literacy needs of students. To help students become more proficient readers, the law requires that we provide extra support for kindergarten, first, second, and third grade students who are not at grade level in reading. The law also requires students not reading at grade level by the end of third grade to be retained in third grade for the following year. So, Lori, I'd like to ask, can you talk a little bit about how Walled Lake has been addressing this law for the last 3 years?
Walled Lake has used testing grades kindergarten through third grade to identify students that need extra help in reading. iReady is the test that we use in Walled Lake to qualify students for extra support. Students at risk on iReady reading have been found to be also at risk for not passing the third grade M-STEP reading assessment. Students who need additional help in reading have been provided an individual reading improvement plan. The plan helps guide teachers and other staff in the school for supporting the reading development of these students. Students' progress is closely monitored along the way.
So, Sarah, can you talk a little bit about what the extra reading support has looked like in the classroom and in the school setting for students on plans?
Sure. The extra reading support has been built into the normal school day for children. So in my classroom, we have our reading workshop, and everybody is there for the mini lesson. And when I send students out to do their independent reading, I will then start pulling students back for small group conferences and individual conferences. The students on the individual reading plans will come first so that I make sure I meet with them every single day. And then I will meet with the rest of the students. When my individuals who are on the plans are doing their independent reading, they may also be pulled by a reading intervention teacher to continue the progress towards their goals.
Okay.
There's also an at-home component of the plan, so we ask parents to support the reading we do in class at home as well.
That's awesome. So many parents may wonder about how this is going to affect their child at the end of the school year. Lori, can you talk about how we're going to work with families who receive those retention letters if their child is not reading and not passing the reading portion of the M-STEP test this spring?
Yes.
What are we going to do to help those parents?
Parents will receive notice from the district prior to the notification from the state if their child does not pass the reading M-STEP test. Parents have the right to ask for a good cause exemption with the school district within 30 days of notification by the state. Parents can also request a meeting with school staff and the principal. There are several reasons parents can request an exemption. If a request for a good cause exemption is made, the district superintendent, Mr. Gutman, will make a decision in writing and notify parents. The decision will be made 30 days before school begins.
But what if parents receive notice of retention for their child and then they do not seek a good cause exemption from the superintendent? What will happen then?
For parents not seeking a good cause exemption, Walled Lake Schools will work with families individually to determine the best route for their child.
So how do you think parents can support their children at home this year, knowing that the third grade retention law is going to go into effect based on this spring's M-STEP scores?
Continue reading at home with their child every day. Choose books that they enjoy, read out loud, and listen to your child read.
Take turns echo reading, read and retell favorite stories, ask your child what they remember from the story, and connect stories to your child's life or experiences.
Well, thank you, Lori, and thank you, Sarah, for being here today and for helping our third grade families understand this reading law and specifically how Walled Lake will be addressing it. Parents and families, we hope that this short video has helped answer some questions that you may have about the third grade reading law and how it might impact your family this year. We also wanted to ensure that you know Walled Lake has had a great system in place to support students in their reading development. And as always, Your child's teacher and their principal are wonderful resources for discussing more about your child's reading progress. We wish you all a happy and successful third grade year.